Great day, everybody. Why is it a great day? As usual, right? We are up, we are moving, and we have the opportunity to do some things for ourselves and those close to us. And some people did not get the opportunity to do today. So I'm going to build off of my talk from the other day. I'm reading this book called Unlock Your Potential, and the chapter I just finished was called Don't Wish It Were Easier, Wish You Were Better. And that's a quote from Jim Rohn, who's a author and motivational speaker from back in the day. And conceptually, this is just about trying to reframe problems as challenges, right? As the optic between the two and how we approach, a challenge versus how we approach a problem, completely different, or at least it is for me, right? When you view a challenge, you're like, yeah, I'm going to really get after this. You view a problem, you're like, fuck, I got to take care of this. So, the idea is just try to reframe and have that flip flop and, refer to problems as challenges and try to tackle them that way. Now, the book provided 5 steps on how to do this. Step 1 was reframe the issue. Step 2, build your power list, which is about your list of contacts and people that you have a symbiotic relationship with that, could help you and you help them. Step 3 was don't be afraid to make mistakes, which is what I kind of talked about yesterday. Step 4, attitude is everything. And I'm going to get a little more into this in a second. That's what I want to hone in on. Step 5 was document the struggle. And it's a really cool concept. And I'm going to get more on that probably down the road, maybe even tomorrow. But anyway, attitude is everything. Right. So I think we all know this, right? This is not earth shattering that, if you show up with a shitty attitude, that you're shutting off a lot of opportunity that could be ahead of you, right? You're making the situation, whatever you're in, it's going to go negatively no matter what. You're cutting yourself off of things that could potentially be there. That may or may not be there, but it could. And if you show up with a bad attitude, it's definitely not going to be there. And the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I got my career. Many I do marketing in high tech. And had you told me in college or high school that I was going to be a marketing person in high tech, I would have laughed in your face, right? I got into IT. I couldn't even spell IT back then. But how I got into it is kind of funny. I had a job in college in a batting cage as a hitting instructor, teaching kids how to play baseball. And I met somebody and, I loved this job. It was a great job and I had a great attitude because I loved that job. And I think I had a great attitude in general back then. We get older, it starts to sour, but that's another topic for another day. But anyway, I had a great attitude and one of my students, I became friendly with his father. And we just started talking. And then next thing you know, we started hanging out, which I thought it was a little weird at first, but, it was cool. He was a nice guy. We really, really friendly, a lot of kids. He had 7 kids. A couple of them were students of mine. But anyway, the net of it is we developed a great relationship and we still carry it to this day, I guess, 30 some years later. And Dean Boyer, thank you very much for it. You're the one who got me in IT. He hired me because he liked me and he just wanted somebody that he could trust within his environment. And I was kind of his lackey to start with, but you know what? It was a cool job. It paid better than what I was doing before. And it was an opportunity for me to learn something new. So it goes back to that learning. I was open to that back then. This is a long time ago. But, we worked together and then I worked with him at 5 different places because we just had a great relationship. He was great at a lot of things and I was good at some things that he might not have been as good at. So I complemented his capabilities pretty well and vice versa. And, that friendship, that attitude that I had in that batting cage way back when in my late teens, early 20s, developed in this relationship that became remarkable for me in my career. So you never know what's available out there. You never know what you're walking into, but what you do know and what you could know and what you can control is the attitude that you have when you're getting into it. So let's be positive. Let's be positive to those around us and let's keep making this world a better place. Take care.